Hello, hello, hello. Hey, everybody. Sorry it took a while. There was a delay. I don't know if Lewis is still walking, but I'm live. I was trying to get my OBS set up correctly, and it was giving so much failure, and I couldn't believe it. And I wanted to go vertical, get a little more views, but I'm going to start off horizontal with some of these things. I know not a lot of people will be able to catch this, but nonetheless, we're live here at Cultural Call Out and happy to have you here. Welcome, everyone. All of you, thank you for being here. Yes, I think we're going to start this thing where we have a weekend wrap up and we talk about stories that really haven't been, or we've talked about all week, but then put it into some of those. And then also other stories we haven't really talked about just yet. So, if you also, if any of y'all are wondering about the hiatus, yeah, I got sick, and it was lingering. So it's been about 4 to 6 weeks. I dealt with it, but nonetheless, I'm better. So I'm glad to feel better. I'm sorry I had to zoom in a little bit. I don't want to see it, see everything because my studio is my bedroom. But yeah, we have a couple stories. I wanted to add a thumbnail. I'll do it later. But we have stories involving an incident that a gentleman had on an airplane this past week, and it was ridiculous. And I haven't watched it, so maybe some of us can watch it together. And then we have the Gene Hackman updates, of course. Lizzo update. She's actually doing better, but hopefully she can keep it up and manage it. And then we also have a Johnny Depp update, out of all things, and then Blake Lively. So thank you for all 10 that are watching. Just make sure you hit the like, and thank you for coming in. And yes, we're live once again, and we will continue to be live. I want to make this a reoccurring thing since I got my voice back, and there's been so much going on behind the scenes with other things too. So thank you guys for sticking around and being fans, and we love you guys. Let me know in the comments how your week is going. I see that we have my co-host. She's feeling down and out too. Hi, babe. Look, I have our little logo right there. Our little thing you got me right behind me. And then there's Fuzz. Hello, Fuzz. Thanks for being here. Always great supporter. And hello, Anne. Tammy's always here. Yes. Hi, Tammy. Lewis told me to harass you. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can take it. He knows I can take it. I need to fix the lighting a little bit. I mean, there's some things I didn't have properly set up the way I would like. So maybe I can come back later tonight and figure out this OBS thing and give you more high grade broadcast, because we've been creating some cool things, and then intertitles, I have countdowns, I have all that stuff, and I shouldn't hit my hand because I heard this hand, but we got Astrid. Hey, Astrid Vissers, good to see you. Lisa Boo, lovely to see you. Gunner Girl, Bernadette. We got Tyrana, Hug Dealer, and then Nerd Report, Hangout. What up, dude? Thanks for getting me back online. I don't know how the visual quality is. Let me know how it's going in there. Put a 1 in the chat. But yeah, you want to get to some of these topics? I haven't watched this, so there may be some, I don't know, viewer discretion advised, I dare to say. So, and I can also drop in the link. And let's see, present. It's been a minute since I've been on here too, so share screen. Window. There we go. Alrighty. Getting back to this. I've been practicing OBS, but obviously didn't work. So thank you, Tammy, for letting me look that it looks great. Thank you, Fuzz, and my babe Bernadette. Um, let's see here. So this guy. All right. Looks great. Thank you, guys. Let me hide this so we can see what's going on. Can I move myself? I can't move myself really out the way. There we go. Alrighty. So as you see with TMZ, a United Airlines passenger goes on flight or fight on gate agent. Punch caught on camera. So I don't know if anybody's seen this. Oh, they unsubbed you, Lisa Boo? I don't know. Maybe we got a weird strike or something. But let's see what this happened. So there's this gentleman right here in the hat approaching the person who allows you on the plane. And look, and you can see in the second picture, he's clearly socking dude in the face. Yeah, rumble at the airport. I've had my situations at airports, but it was me passing out, so it's a little different. A Maryland man wasn't exactly flying under the radar after throwing a lethal punch at a United Airlines gate agent. And the turbulent experience, including his arrest, was caught on camera. So there was turbulence before the flight took off, huh? That's insane. Take a look. He's 54 years old. The guy should know better by now, I think. Take a look. 54-year-old Christopher Stewart Crittenden lost his cool over flight delays at Dulles International Thursday, screaming, "I'm done with this BS," before apparently launching a shocking swing at the gate agent who was blocking him from boarding. We can show it. I don't know. YouTube, don't get angry. Human reviewer, we're not even monetized, but let's see here. The interaction, and forgive any adverse commentary from this guy while he's doing that. And thank you, Bernadette, for that. We can always use some love. It helps. So let's watch. Yeah, let me turn it up. That was very fast. It happened. Oof. He wasn't even expecting it. The guy just took it right on the chin. I mean, I would fall down too if I wasn't expecting. I mean, I've been sucker punched before. I didn't fall down, but that's when I was a teenager. I'm not a teenager no more. So I wonder exactly how he, you know, um, yeah, when the ones you don't see coming though, that's gonna hurt. Send him some love so he can take me to Taco Bell. Yes, I take her to Taco Bell to get her favorite tacos. So the punch was so intense, it sent the gate agent crashing to the floor, and you can hear the stunned gasp by bystanders before the clip cut off. I mean, look at the guy. It's a pretty big. He's got some weight behind him, so if he knows how to plant his feet, he can knock you out. In other footage obtained by the TMZ, uh, Crittenden showed zero remorse, screaming "United sucks" while being cuffed by police and led away, prompting cheers from onlookers. Let me take away my Cash App, PayPal. Put it back up later so we can see this. A fellow passenger tells the TMZ guy was already heated after his first flight got canceled. The next one was full. I know it's frustrating, but you can't really punch someone, man. I mean, you're acting like a child at that point. So he threw a temper tantrum. And thank you to this iced coffee, so I have energy. And even though he finally snagged a seat on the third flight, he was still pissed over the delay. When the gate agent tried explaining things, Crittenden lost it, allegedly swung at him, and reportedly even tried to go behind the counter to take a swing at the pilot before getting tackled. So, this idiot was about to hit the pilot. You're about to hit a guy who's going to be flying you through the air for miles, high up in the sky. You're going to punch him in the head right before that. I wouldn't want my pilot to have any kind of affliction. That would not safe for anybody at all. The Metropolitan Washington Airport's Authority Fire and Rescue Department told TMZ the injured gate attendant was transported to a local hospital. Well, I hope he got the care he needed, because a sucker punch is not fun, especially when you fall and hit your head. United Airlines issued a statement saying that Crittenden, a retired Montgomery Fire Department captain, has been banned from ever flying with the airline again. Okay, guys in the chat, he's a retired Montgomery County Fire Department captain. Would you expect, somebody that handled that whole life and career, and he was a captain, that's no way to act towards anybody that has authority over you. He should have known better. Yes, he should have known better, for fuck's sake. Sibon early. And then, yes, he's got killer eyes. He does. Yeah. Oh, Lord. So y'all let me know in the comments right now. Yeah, there's some rage there. He look at his, he just looks pissed, even though he took the mick out the dude. So yeah, so that was the first one. We were just putting a little bit together. I just saw this yesterday too, but I actually have it in the thumbnail. Let me pull the thumbnail up, okay? Let's see. I'll put it later, but I want to show y'all my thumbnail. Oh man, is it too small? Is that what she said? Okay. All right, this is the thumbnail I made. Okay, let me switch my windows real fast. Hide, present, image file. Okay, never mind. Okay, stop screen, present, share screen, window. This is the thumbnail I made for that, because we're going to be talking about a couple different topics here today, so you can see, but I put him in there on the floor in cuffs. So yes, we've got a couple things to get through today, and I hope you stay and attend and watch it, but it upset me that I wasn't able to use it. But I'll be able to. And let me see what okay, Gene Hackman's dog help. All right, yeah. But yeah, no, that was my first thumbnail we made for it, but OBS was acting up on me, so I still have to figure that out. So let me stop sharing that. Go back to our stories at hand. And so next up on the docket is Gene Hackman. And we all know how sad that is. He lived a long life, prosperous life. He was famous for the better half, I believe. So, but the situation and how it turned out, very terrible. Feel bad for him. So let's look into some Gene Hackman. Yes, R.I.P. Gene. Oh yeah, Bernadette. Yeah, she needs hot and cold on her back. Let's see. Okay, we'll start since we're all animal lovers here. I know that the poor dog likely passed from dehydration and starvation, which is terrible. I mean, it's neglect, but they both passed. So yeah, poor wife too. They were talking about the dog. An examination of the dog found unalived, along with actor Gene Hackman and his wife in their Santa Fe home, shows dehydration and starvation were likely what led to the animal's demise. Um, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you knew that would happen, especially if they neglected him for so long. A report obtained by the Associated Press from the State Department of Agriculture's veterinary lab details partial mummification were noted with severe. Yeah, it's kind of hard to read, to get through. The dog's stomach was mostly empty except for small amounts of hair and bile. It was a Kelpie, I'm not sure the breed, named Zena, was one of the couple's three dogs. So the other two were, from what I understand, um, the other two were running around like they had free range, right? But this one uh, didn't. I mean, maybe it was one that watched after them inside the house. But it says authorities confirmed last week that Hackman passed of heart disease with complications from Alzheimer's disease about a week after a rare rodent-borne disease, the hantavirus pulmonary syndrome, took the life of his wife. Hackman, in the advanced stages of Alzheimer's, apparently was unaware that his wife was no longer with us. I know it's sad, and I didn't want to bring anybody down, but he was found in the entryway, and she was found in the restroom. Like they were all in the same state at that point. So while both of them unalivings or passings were ruled to be from natural causes, the Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office is finishing up the investigation by tying up the timeline with any information gleaned from the cell phones collected at home and the last contacts that were made. This case is considered active until we have that information to tie up the timeline. So, what do you guys think? Is there foul play, or do you think mm, something went awry? At Gene's age, that seems perfectly, sadly to say, it seems natural. 65 is young. I don't know what kind of meds she was on. Maybe that has something to do with it. Um, but I just wish, yeah, Lisa Boo saying there's no foul play. I think it was just their health deteriorated and it got to them. And it's just, yeah, no foul play, perfect storm. I want to know why he left the kids. That's another thing I was looking at too. That's fishy to me. But the doctor, I mean, that doctor, I saw the daughter say she didn't speak to him mostly or a lot. So I don't know how their relationship was or exactly how, but they should have had a backup plan in case of this. Yeah, they should have, but I mean, he had finance. He's a Hollywood guy. He had a financial person working for him. They do. All those guys do. They have people who work for their finances. Say, hey, you can't really spend this, or you can't be buying that. So I believe something was afoot with this money. But I'm leaving you on because my dog is watching later. Everyone have a good evening. Oh, thank you. We'll see you soon, okay? And then at least someone checking on them every day. Yeah, you would figure a man of his age and stature and condition would have a caretaker. So I'm not sure. Arakawa, born in Hawaii, studied as a concert pianist, attended University of Southern California, and met Hackman in mid 1980s while working at a California gym. So, maybe she took care of herself and he took a liking to her. Um, yes, bye. We'll see you next time. Hackman, the Hollywood icon, won 2 Oscars, storied career, French Connection, Hoosiers, and Superman. The pair led a private life after moving to Santa Fe decades ago. A representative for the couple's estate has cited that privacy in seeking to block the public release of the autopsy investigative reports related to their deaths, especially photographs and video. It'll be up to state district judge to consider that request. Yeah, I think those images should be remain private, just out of respect, because I mean, no one wants their loved ones to be publicized in that manner. I remember scrolling through the internet one time, and then Prince popped up, and I was like, I was searching Prince photos, like, cause he used to ride on his security guard's back in the day in the nightclubs, and at the top of his fame. And so I was looking that up, and I came across the picture of Prince, when he was laying there, and I was like, I did not need to see that. Same with Chris Farley. So I've seen those photos too, and I was like, wow. I was like, so I understand their want for not to be shown the private moments. I'd be BFF. She's out in Chicago. That's good. I'm glad that your BFF checks on you regularly. So yes, there's some on that, and then yeah, the will thing is weird. Gene Hackman signed his will 20 years ago, making it exponentially harder to contest legal expert. Gene Hackman, you see, I'm going to zoom in a little bit so we can read a little better. Gene Hackman and his wife Betsy signed their wills in June 2005, 20 years before they both were found dead in their home on February 26. Pardon the dogs, they get excited. A legal expert tells people it's impossible to know who was named in Gene's trust, given that Betsy, who he named successor trustee, died days before him. Further details behind Gene's trust have not been made public, and his will came to light March 14th. So, I mean, it makes sense to leave it to trust your partner, but to leave out your children, that's sad. So, that part of it, I don't know. I mean, unless, like Fuzz said earlier, they're crappy kids. But I wouldn't turn back my back. I don't have kids, but I wouldn't turn my back on them. I'd be like, yeah, you need a little something to get along in life, and I can't take this with me. So in this situation, Gene Hackman and his wife died or did not sign their will and trust in 2005 or 2024, he says. But had that been the case, I think there was more likelihood that there's going to be a contest. But if you look at the dates of the will, they're 2005. just 1 year after Hackman made his final movie, Welcome to Mooseport. The actor was younger and more virile, or viral. No, not viral, but I think virile is the word I'm looking for. And presumably he had his faculties. He adds contesting a 20-year-old document is exponentially harder than contesting a deathbed signed document. Yeah, to argue and to if he had his wherewithal and virility to him, then yeah, I can see that standing and holding more ground than him being 95 with Alzheimer and heart condition, forced to sign a will. So, um, yeah, I see why that's going to be hard to contest. So, him and his wife named each other as their personal representatives for their estates, which was excuse me, signed in June 20 or 2005. Betsy was also named the successor trustee of Gene Hackman Living Trust, but given Gene and Betsy's death, Asclepius says it's impossible to say the beneficiaries of Gene's trust are because of that information has not made public. So, in this case, we do not see the beneficiaries are Gene Hackman, are of the Gene Hackman Trust, because Gene Hackman Trust hasn't been either publicly released or it's not part of the probate proceeding. See, I don't even know the process of that, so I can't explain or elaborate on that. I don't want to think about it, but we all have to figure out a way. Whether information regarding Gene's trust will be made public remains unclear, but without that information, it's impossible to know whether Gene's three adult children, Christopher, Elizabeth, and Leslie, whom he had with his first wife, Faye Maltese, are included. They said that the hiring of Asclepius is probably just routine. Hey, let's get some legal representation for some general advice. I don't think it's the case of probably. It's a problem that means too much. I mean, what do you guys think? We all need to have a will, and I guess a living will, but do you leave family out of it, like your own flesh and blood? Would you like your children? Yeah, we really don't know, man. We really don't. But I just wish his kids at least get a little something. I mean, I know they're concerned and they're sad, but everybody has their family issues and circumstances, so it's hard to say. Gene Hackman, um, he seemed like a nice guy, and I never heard any bad stories. But yes, there's some really bad family members out there. There's some really good, like Fuzz says, her son's cool. There's some really bad ones out there. Even if my kids and I were not getting along, I would still leave them something, says Bernadette. I mean, same, if I wasn't getting along with my family, like if I wasn't getting, I would just make a clause though. Can't spend this money on that BS. So I get that part. Just don't know. I don't know. This poor guy. So yeah, Gene Hackman, R.I.P. Hopefully the money issues get resolved, but that's the other part of it. We're never really really gone. But other than that, we got a couple more stories, but I want to hear from you guys. What are y'all doing this weekend? You have any plans? You just gonna be in the house? I got some cleaning to do. I still gotta fix some stuff. Um, and I can I'm gonna send this. I'm gonna drop this in to Bernadette. She wants to come in. She kind of wants to. Let's see how she does. That's for Bernadette. Oh, Lisa Boo wants to have a podcast soon too. Yeah, no, it's fun. I'm OBS. I'm learning. StreamYard's easy. I got a couple more lights, but I still got to fix this part over here. I should have scooted my recliner over, but that's behind the scenes things. And we have Bernadette in here. Hey, babe.
Hi. Hi,
How you
babe. Hi,
feeling?
everyone. I'm a little drowsy
You a little drowsy?
because of yeah, I had to take my little pain medication. So I'm not drunk, everyone. I'm just a little drowsy.
Yeah. So, what do you think about the will?
Oh, it just seems weird. I don't think he updated it. Maybe, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking too, the second wife, maybe she had something to do with it for the kids.
Do you think the
Because,
Alzheimer's? Hmm?
oh, go ahead.
Let's say, do you think the Alzheimer's took over?
Maybe. I mean, it could be a possibility, right? Because
Hmm.
even in her will, if she, got the money and everything, then, or I mean, if she passed before, or after, sorry, I'm all confused. If she passed too, she doesn't have the kids. It's all going to charity.
Hmm.
So that's a little bit weird. I mean, she's a stepmom, but still, maybe the kids couldn't accept her,
Yeah.
and maybe
I don't
she
know their
said,
relationship
okay,
yet.
well, I don't know.
His daughter did say they didn't talk much, so I wonder if that's the
Yeah.
case.
Yeah, because we don't know what happened. They probably had a blowout or whatever. Who knows for what? But I still think that's kind of wrong. I mean, at least that's his children. That's his
Hmm.
blood. You know.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. That's why it's hard to turn your back. I mean, sometimes we do have shitty family members, but it's hard to turn your back. And Gunna Girl agrees with you.
Well, I don't know. I have one really shitty family member, and for me, it's not turning my back. It's walking away because I don't want toxic in my life. So
You know,
if that could be,
this is me just saying, and it'd be shitty, but I doubt it's gonna happen. If his money goes to her family,
mm,
that would piss me off though.
yeah,
I don't know that I don't think that'll be the case, but this is cultural call out. We can think about things. I'm not gonna say, hey, that's gonna happen, but that would fucking be shitty. Excuse my language, but if his money went to her family and it was his kids, then I'd be a little upset. I'd be like, that was my father and his career, you know?
well,
Huh?
regardless, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's his kids. That's his kids.
Hmm.
So they should at least be entitled to something.
Yeah. But yeah,
I don't
that
know.
is
This is
crazy.
weird. It's really weird for that. I mean,
The rats,
Ratatouille.
the rat disease, you know?
Yeah,
That's that's insane too. So poor Gene.
that's
I would
scary because you can get that from their poop and stuff, right? The
yeah.
rat disease.
Hmm.
Mm.
That's where you can get it from. So on to other news. Let me see. Lighter maybe. Oh yeah, it is lighter news because um let's see. I'm gonna show you this one. Sorry if y'all hear
That
Bojack
Bobo.
barking in the background. Yes, he's barking.
I hear him.
So on to lighter news, and by lighter I mean Lizzo. Sorry, she had a unaliving nightmare. She had a four-word singer reveals a four-word fan comment from a fan stopped her from taking her. Because remember when she went the bullying and the S harassment lawsuits?
Oh yeah, to her.
Yeah, her like dancers and everybody. She lost weight and she's looking a lot better. But she said just four words from a stranger turns Lizzo's life around during her darkest moment. Amid multiple lawsuits over bullying and SH claims about the at the damn time, Hitmaker revealed she had an effing life-saving fan encounter that helped her. It helped pull her out of a heartbreaking depression. At a recent Lizzo in Real Life concert, the artist, whose real name is Melissa Jefferson, got candid with the audience about the difficulties she's faced over the last 2 years. She explained, I named my album Love in Real Life because about a year and a half ago it was so hard for me to talk about. I was in such a dark, deep depression. I was so heartbroken by the world, so deeply hurt that I wouldn't want to live anymore. I mean, she's lost weight, and I'm glad she does. She did because she's young enough to lose weight, and she
Only thing I have a problem with right now, babe, is that wig. No, Lizzo.
the
No.
wig.
Oh no, 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 no. That's horrible.
Yeah, that's a terrible wig.
Oh my god.
I'm no wig connoisseur, so.
Well, I am, but that is no, no bueno. Mm-mm. But glad she's losing weight. Yeah,
Yeah,
hopefully,
and then,
though she's doing it
mhm,
for her, not for society.
yeah. She said as she was walking after her shows when she was feeling down, something miraculous happened. A stranger caught her eye and said, "Lizzo, I love you." Well, that's a fan. First off, I mean,
Hmm.
if somebody told me they love me like a fan, I'd appreciate it. Maybe it is life changing though in those moments where you're down in the darks, and she got into a good diet. She looks a lot better now.
Well, you know what though? If that fan actually lifted her spirits up, that can mean a lot to somebody going through something horrible. Just quote Mother Monster, Lady Gaga. You have 100 people, but it only takes one. It
Yeah.
only takes one, and that might have been the one for her to wake her up.
I mean, look at her now. Look at that picture of her now.
Yeah, see, she's still thick, but a good thick.
Yeah,
She
she
looks
looks
good.
great.
Yeah, she looks good. I mean, I always thought even with her weight, she was really pretty. She's really pretty.
Yeah. No, and she's talented. So,
Yeah.
but I
And I
bet
have to
you.
say,
Hmm.
oh, sorry, I have to say this too. I don't know if anybody has watched The Mandalorian. I didn't understand why she was in there, but I will give her this. She did a good job. Her acting wise, she
Hmm.
did.
So I had to take my mints. I'm drinking iced coffee, and the coffee taste was like strong.
Yeah.
but so, but she was also going through those allegations. So I
Hmm.
wonder if some of that stress caused her to lose weight. You know, because stress either it does one thing or the other. It either puts on weight or you lose weight.
Yeah,
Project.
that's what
I said A at Project Middle.
a Project Metal music. I mean, I'm that type of person. When I don't eat, I
Yeah,
mean,
when I'm stressed or in a mood, I don't eat. Well, You know, I hardly eat anyway, but yeah, I'm the same way. I don't eat. But
Yeah.
there's some people who stress eat, and we're all different, and we all have to know that and call it out and say, hey. And at that point too, it's like you call it out to your friends if they're stressed. Say, hey, you're not eating enough, or you're eating too much, and you're stressed. You're gonna have a heart attack, or pass out, or faint. You know, you got to watch out for
Yeah.
your friend's health. You know, a lot of people are agreeing with you, Bernadette, that you don't eat whenever you're stressed.
What?
Same,
Oh, uh,
same here too.
sorry guys if you hear me say ow a lot because my pain just comes when it wants to.
Yeah. Now
Hold on, I gotta mute
we
it.
won't be long. We won't be on here long. I'm gonna try to figure out later OBS so we can come back either tonight or tomorrow. Well, tomorrow I start want to do it more and more often so we can build, more cultural call out people with us to join in the conversations because we want y'all to be a part of it just as much as we are because we depend on y'all's comments and y'all support like this. So just by tuning in and hitting the like and subscribing, that's the best y'all can do for us. And like I said,
Yeah.
we have a lot more cool things. It's just once I figure out OBS or if I want to pay for StreamYard, uh, I can use them. But I think OBS is the better way. Um, Gunner Girl's asking if you've been to a doctor lately for that.
No, I mean the last time I had this was a few years ago, I think, and um, I know what it was, and I wonder if I should tell him how it happened. It was the funniest, dumbest thing ever. How it triggered it. All right,
What?
I'll tell him what happened.
Yeah, tell them.
Okay, so guys, I was fighting with I don't know what that was, a flu, something, a virus. I don't know. I got it really, really bad. It's still sort of, but not as bad anymore. But so I was resting in my room, and my bed has satin sheets, satin comforter, because I like that. And so there's like a small little, I don't know what you would call it, like crack between my bed and my TV
Mm-hmm.
stand.
Mm-hmm.
And my TV stand is metal. So I went really bad, and I fell, and I felt the comforter falling on me, and then I felt this big plump right on my back, and it was girl, a big girl. So yeah, so basically it took me a and
Kind
then
of cutting.
huh?
You're kind of cutting out for a sec.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Back. It didn't start till like the next day, and then that's when it started getting painful, and it's no fun. It's really painful. I can't barely walk. I mean, I can't even get comfortable, So I'm trying to work it a little bit, exercise and stretches so I can get better. But Lisa, yeah, girl, I was twerking for my cat.
Yeah, not for me. Freaking cat.
No, babe. That'll be later, babe. Later.
Oh, later. Okay, so I know someone you probably would have been twerking for.
Johnny,
Yes, and we'll go there next.
I already know.
Um,
Thank you,
Let's see. Yeah, thank you. I hope it passes soon too.
Lisa Boo.
So he was
Yes,
completely
Center
freaked
Girl,
out.
though.
Johnny Depp was
Yeah.
completely freaked out by heartthrob status as a young actor, people would whisper. So,
Yeah, but he's always said that, though. You know.
I mean, he's always been weird, like self-admitted too. He knows he's a weirdo. Like he likes weird things and it kind of seems reclusive. Like sometimes we all can be reclusive. But let's see what that people had to say about it. Johnny Depp is looking back at the amount of media attention he received as a young man in a new documentary about his frequent collaborator Tim Burton. I didn't know there was it was already out. In the second episode of filmmaker Tara Wood's four-part untitled documentary series on Beetlejuice, director Tim Burton, 66, Depp, 61, admitted he felt uncomfortable with the celebrity status after archival footage of Burton showed the director describing Depp as very much not the sex symbol he was portrayed in the media. So, like, he was never. I mean, the way they portrayed him, he acted different behind closed doors, I guess. So, um, and so he was completely
Well,
freaked out.
he always seems so shy to me, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's always seemed very, very, very shy. Even when he's in the public eye, he'll say thank you to his fans and everything. Sometimes I'll go up to him, but he does seem very just shy. Like he doesn't like the limelight.
No, he doesn't. He said I was completely freaked out by fame. Paparazzi would take pictures of me. People would whisper and point the finger and stuff. I felt like sort of this raw nerve on display. And then Depp says elsewhere in his interviews for the series that he would beat out Tom Cruise among other actors for the role, Edward Scissorhands. And then he's like, what I noticed the first time that we met was he wasn't saying very many words. Depp said about Burton. He would begin a sentence and I would go, oh yeah, and then we'd talk about Boris Karloff or something. We related on a lot of levels. After the 3.5 hours of a really great yak with this guy, I still thought, no chance, man, no chance. He called to vying for the Edward Scissorhands role. So he thought he would lose out to Tom Cruise.
Well, yeah. I mean, well,
Well, Tom Cruise
I don't know
was
why. I mean, because Tom Cruise was big back then, though.
Yeah, he was a
Mhm.
mega star back then. So that's the difference.
Probably thanks to Scientology.
Who knows if he was in Scientology yet?
Yeah, he was. He was in Scientology. I think the late '80s. He got into
really?
it. Yeah.
Oh wow. So Edward Scissorhands, changed Johnny's life, but he's like, I was cast in the film, but I was stepping into a kind of family that I hadn't been totally brought into yet. I was absolutely convinced that I was blowing it. Tim had rehearsed everyone else in the cast, everyone, not me. He didn't rehearse me. He was excluding me from the cast and the crew, isolating me. And I've been in situations like that where I stepped into family or work, or not work, family, but work, and everybody else had been so close and, you know, beloved by many, and you're just kind of there and you're like, do I belong? Like, you don't talk to them that, like you talk to me or talk to me at all, really, you know? So that can leave you feeling like an outsider.
Mhm.
And I can see that. Lisa Boo, you're leaving. Bye, Lisa. Catch the rest up later.
Oh, bye,
Yes,
Lisa. Thank you for coming in.
and Project Metal Music. See ya next time, okay? We'll be back more around
Thank
lately.
you, guys.
Yeah. So
Oh, those two little lovebirds.
While Depp eventually realized Burton intentionally separated him from the movie's cast during rehearsals to help him understand the loneliness his character experiences, he remembers the initial reaction to working on the movie as a frightening experience. So it was a lesson. He kept him away from everybody on purpose. My hair's crazy right now. Put my hat back on. So he kept him away from everyone.
Oh, bye, ASEAN 2025. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you, everybody. ASEAN, 2025. No, don't worry. No need to be sorry. Well, it's gonna stay up. We won't take it down this time. um, so that was, I understand. He said it was scary. I was uber paranoid. Why is he not rehearsing me? Maybe he trusts me. No, he doesn't. He doesn't trust you. What are you nuts? He's gonna cast someone else, man. And so he was insecure. I get very insecure on that set. It seemed like to me.
Yeah. I mean,
And
I think he still was scared, but trying to, because before he didn't he had like really dumb parts, kind of the sexy kind of playboy kind of guy parts, but this was a different role for him, but it was the perfect role for him, I think.
oh yeah, but I think
Yeah.
he's weird and he does have his convictions, or not convictions, his things that he turns to, and so maybe he was just in his head for a bit.
It could
It was
be.
a new experience, so yeah, it's just out of body, out of mind.
But
You're in
him
set.
and him and Tim Burton make a good team though. They really do. You know, I'm just waiting for the Tim Burton with Johnny Depp, Michael Keaton.
I don't think this happened, babes. But the filmmakers Hollywood
Oh, come on, a girl.
filmmaker Wood's documentary on Burton, which is seeking distribution, premiered at the 2024 Tribeca Festival. Interviews with Winona Ryder. I'm not gonna say his name.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah, Michael Keaton, Helena Bonham Carter, and Danny Elfman, and more. So I'm looking for. I would like to see that documentary with of their experiences with each other on set.
You're so cute when I mention Michael Keaton.
Yeah, forget about it. What's so special about Michael Keaton anyway? Besides being
Everything. Everything. Come on.
besides
In
being
case,
the
hold
best,
on.
man. Huh?
In case anybody doesn't know, I've had a huge crush on Michael Keaton for years, like since I was young. So, yeah.
And then Astrid Visser says, "I hope for Beetlejuice 3."
I mean, I think they are going to just because it's his name, right? You repeat Beetlejuice, 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 and he appears. And I tried
Yeah. Hopefully he
sense.
appeared. Huh?
It would make sense, but the second one, I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't that great. Was in there that probably shouldn't or didn't have to be in there.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like Winona's character, Lydia. I didn't like how they made Winona look in there. The,
So, any last things you want to call out? I was going to talk about Blake Lively, but I think we're all tired of her. And
uh,
at this point, but
fake lively.
it was an article about, I guess, mommy sleuths are calling her out. So internet mommy sleuths. So they're targeting communities of some of our friends and calling them mommy sleuths. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I see quite a few people are leaving. I guess they're going about their Saturday. It's almost been an hour. So is there any last things you want to call out before I have to figure out this OBS thing?
Just saying goodbye, Tyrana. Tyrana.
Miranda, bye Gunner Girl, bye everybody, Astrid Visters, you know, uh, Ocean. But we'll be back, like I said, if not tonight, tomorrow for sure. And hopefully have. Are you going to Mad Monster? I'm not sure just yet because it falls on my dad's 60th birthday. So I I want to be there for that because those are special ones. So like those,
Among other things.
and among other things, but those would be revealed too. But you know, that's special to me. The other things are very special to me, but that would be revealed as well. So I'm not sure yet. Maybe we can go for a day or two, but not the full time like we did last time. If we go. So, with that being said, we love you guys. You want to tell them goodbye, Bernadette? Sign us off.
Yes, thank you guys for coming in and joining us for this live today. And bye, Astrid, bye, Ann, bye, Tyrana, Gunner Girl, everybody that's here still. Thank you all. We love you and appreciate everything. So, share.
Yeah, share and hit the like. Bye, bye, guys.
Bye. Michael Keaton.
All right.